gotten ourselves thrown in the brig. Ain't good. I guess that's what happens when you try to incapacitate a guard. We're gonna have to try and get out of here somehow. But it looks like we're not short on food to eat. Pretty sure he's supposed to bring this food into us, but he ain't doing it.
It's a hovercraft for transporting replicated food.
It'd be nice if we could get our hands on it. I'm sure he'll be back though. There we go. What we want.
Golly, this food looks so good it might be worth becoming a prisoner for. Yeah, like I'd sure want to be in your position. Not!
I wasn't very hungry anyway. Yeah, you're right. I have other plans for this food. Jesus. I'm amazed at what Roger can fit in his pockets. I'd like to know where he buys his pants from. What do we got here?
It's one of the interestingly shaped pastries you took from the food cart.
Cool. Bobbit kebabs. They whip up some interesting food items in this joint.
Bobbit kebabs.
It's the donut you filched from the food cart.
I didn't filch it, they gave it to me.
It's a plate of grill hair spaghetti. It's a nice round melon.
I remember what this is. It's a rack of Orat. Haven't seen this stuff since Space Quest 1.
It's a tuberous growth of some sort from the food cart. These look like something they cleaved from the side of Yoda's head.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of sculpting with this food. Our guard here is a little short of... it's got some bad sight, so we might be able to trick him. So what we can do is, I think, like, you just have to kind of grab stuff and try to combine it.
Nothing happens. See, most games would just give you a generic response when you try something useless like that. But we've custom-tailored this response exactly for you.
I see. Thank you, game.
Nothing happened.
Okay, so we pretty much just have to clip stuff and then...
Nothing.
Pretty sure some of it will, like, connect.
Nothing happened. Nothing.
I could be wrong.
Careful. Now it
Ah,
has
there we
some cool ears.
Cool ear. Apparently there's a brand new copy for... Oh, for $9, wow. Is that with the packaging or without the packaging? Because that's pretty decent, actually.
The rack of a rat adds a nice touch.
Yeah, 50, that's about right for a boxed one. I mean, I suppose if you're buying them off there, you're probably buying them as a collector's item. Otherwise, you'd just buy them. Like, if you're just buying them to play, you'd probably just get them off, like, GOG or Steam.
An interesting idea. Something's starting to take shape. What are you up to, Roger?
What are you up to, Roger? I'm kind of sculpting to pass the time.
Careful. A touchment of that adds something more to your work in progress.
I love how kind of obscure the puzzles are in these games. Like,
How creative.
I don't even know how people kind of figure these out. I think a lot of these games I just ended up using walkthroughs for a lot of it, for like my first time through.
That's a nice touch.
Whatever he's doing, it's gonna be delicious, yeah. Don't know if all those ingredients really go together, but you never know. Could be tasty.
Nothing.
Yeah. Remember when the better the game, the more discs it had? Yeah, that's kind of true actually. The old Final Fantasy games for like PlayStation, I remember they had like 4 discs per game, and they were pretty epic. But yeah, the old floppy disks, Oh man, there's so many of those if you needed to install something like relatively large.
Whoa, I see you have a visitor. I'll leave you two alone, but you know the rules. 10 more minutes and they have to leave.
Yikes, it's a good thing Dorf's so vain about wearing his prescribed much thicker glasses. That was too close. I nearly dampened an undergarment.
Sweet. So he's, yep, obviously
Enjoy.
pretty blind.
I'll be back to pick up the cart. With the force field on, I trust you won't be going anywhere. I have some matters to attend to now.
Alright, so I think we have to kind of wait for him to pop back out. Or maybe we can do it while his back's turned.
Not now. Dorf is looking.
Yeah, okay. Missed our chance. Darn. We'll wait for him to come back.
Enjoy. I'll be back to pick up the cart. With the force field on, I trust you won't be going anywhere. I have some matters to attend to now.
We'll see about that, Dorf. Dorf, whatever your name is. Get out of here.
Nice work. Sometimes you actually surprise me.
Alright, we've already got a donut, so we probably need another one.
You don't need 2 donuts. Trust me.
No. Everyone needs 2 donuts. What are you talking about? Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we want to go back to the shuttle bay and attempt to get back in there. Alright, so what we need to do here is we've got this morphine, could be morphine, can't read it properly, and a donut. So, what we're going to do is combine these.
Good thinking.
Very good thinking, Roger. And see if we can get our friend here to hume it. Ooh. Elton John there. Not the song, but the style. Alright, so that's him out of the way. Good work, Roger. Now for another vulgar nerve pinch.
Ooh, boy, I got you with my fingers in your Kurt Russell. Now you can't get away. I got you now that you've got a... Hard to believe this is a real job. Oh, my God. So how come you're not going down? I got you with your mumble jumbo and your hobbit chubby. Ooh, boy, if I only could, I would. Jeez, why don't you step outside, pal? I got you with this, and I think I broke a fingernail here.
Smooth move. You've got his keyring.
Nice work, Roger. You're not digging the art style? Yeah, I do prefer the older art style, actually. This one was actually worked on by, I think, a different design team in terms of the art style, and I think the storyline too actually was developed by someone else. So that's why it's quite different. But yeah, it's I don't know, I don't mind it. I do prefer the older ones too, though. We might have a bit of an issue here. We need to push these buttons at the same time, but unfortunately our arms are a little short. We're gonna have to find some way to kind of deal with that. And I think we have someone who can help. Sounds like we need to get a hand from someone else. Yep, I think you might be right there. Definitely correct. I think I know just the person who can help. Oh, this isn't where we want to be. Our friend's still in there though. Old melon head. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? 8 rear, that's where I need to go. What am I doing? Alright, let's have a chat to old Sydney.
I have a favor I'd like to ask of you.
Flame away, Roger. You know I'd give you my right appendage if you needed it.
Funny you should say that, Sydney. I kind of have this situation where that very item could come in handy.
Really? Well, I was merely saying that metaphorically.
Too bad, Sydney, you said it.
You really are a great friend, Sydney. That'll come in real handy.
Too late.
I can't thank you enough, Sydney.
Well, if you really are seriously in need of it, I suppose I could lend it to you. You will get it right back to me, won't you, Roger?
Of course.
Oh, yeah. You bet your nut flanges, Sydney.
Bet your nut flanges, Sydney. Don't you worry. Take good care of your arm. Like, pointing like, hey!
It's the right arm circuit Sydney was so kind to loan you.
Man, you're such a good friend, Sydney. Alright, let's go back to the shuttle bay, and we should be able to get in there now. Ugh, what am I doing? Oh, there's that guy again. He seems to appear whenever we, like, teleport away. I don't get to have a look at him. Okay. Try this again. Get the Sydney arm. Here we go. Decent amount of security on that door. Cool. Oh, we've got a few ships in here.
Ooh, a mint condition 57 Gateway Bel Air with mag thrusters, overhead lifters, and 4-pod barrels.
Fancy.
This baby's a sleek streak Corsair with push-button tranny and dual airbags. These balsa wood shuttles are really maneuverable, but they don't last 2 seconds in a phaser battle. Some guy wearing a Delco air filter on his face parked this shuttle.
Shuttle from Star Trek. Which one? I'm not super familiar with Star Trek, to be honest.
This Kiapian runabout strikes fear into the heart of the Japaxian Empire. It's a good compact shuttle for under 8,500 buckazoids.
1701D. Oh, this one here. Okay.
Some guy wearing a Delco air filter on his face parked this shuttle.
Delco air filter. Okay, so that's obviously, yeah, some reference to one of the characters from Star Trek. There is a lot of references in this game. Some of them are really good. Like this one here is an alien reference from memory.
Some woman driver parked her shuttle here and contaminated the whole deep ship with these acid-bleeding, multi-jawed exoskeletal aliens, and you had a really huge mess to clean up. Just for that, Kielbasa refused to validate her parking slip.
I like that one.
What a beauty! A true museum-quality McKinley Ultramarine Blue Runner.
It will be mine. Oh, yes. It will be mine.
In your dreams.
This one here, I think, is a Star Wars reference.
You hear a disembodied voice saying, "Remember your parking space, Luke." It's a standard Starcon shuttle built for speed and maneuverability. Unfortunately, with a budget of only 550,000 buckazoids, they had to leave off certain amenities, like airtight seals, decent shields, and restrooms.
I like how you can tell the one that you're supposed to interact with is the only one that's not a reference to something else. But yes, the narrator in this is amazing. There's Gary Owens, who unfortunately passed away, I think, in 2015. It's a shame, but he's like has such an amazing voice, and like he brings so much to this series. It's a shame that he only narrated 2 of the games. I wish he'd done more, because like he's amazing.
This Tiberian skimmer may look intimidating, but it's seriously underpowered. And that clear steel compound cockpit is particularly vulnerable to meteorites, baryon radiation, and large insects.
Okay, so what we've got to do here is use our little keys here to unlock and find out which ship we've got the key to.
The
Of
shuttle's
course, is the one
alarm
that's not a
is now
reference.
deactivated.
Go check out the ship.
The shuttle always looks trashed like this when it gets back from one of those intergalactic tailgate parties. This tank of emergency oxygen serves an incredibly important purpose. It ensures that the shuttle's hatch makes a neat hissing sound when it opens and closes.
Yeah, I didn't recognize a lot of those ships either, like only a couple of the references I got.
It's a recall notice.
Got a recall notice here. Grab that. Have a look at it. Doesn't mean a lot to us right now.
It's the recall notice.
There is. In our pocket.
The shuttle closet contains an EVA suit and helmet for those infrequent repairs.
Cool. I don't think we can get in here though.
You've got way too much to do to spend time messing with that now.
Okay.
This is the shuttle cockpit. You sit here. You will be smart. You will make it go. You will make things work.
Do my best. Can't make any promises. Gary. Right, check it out.
You summon the ability. That's delightfully non-helpful.
What do you mean?
It wouldn't be prudent.
Right, power on. Got a lot of functions on the ship, it seems.
This button activates the PTS system. It's the Intermix Confirmation Display button. This is the shuttle's cockpit. All the action takes place right here. This is the shuttle's cockpit.
I know.
It appears to be the shuttle's version of a glove box.
We've got a few things in here. It looks like some glue. Kind of winch system. Some duct tape. Alright, so I guess we can't do much here. Launch system. Intermix not correctly set. Make necessary adjustments before initiating launch sequence. Navigation offline. Offline. Oh, that's right. We've got to do this. I think this bit was actually part of the copyright protection from memory. Movie menu not installed. Darn it. A shame. Game's not installed. Ah, we picked a dud.
It feels slightly gritty. You suppress an urge to dust it.
Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out this intermix system. Was that? Yeah. I believe is in the manual. Still have here somewhere. Go. These games had a tendency to have a lot of puzzle solutions where you had to refer to the manual. Usually part of like their copyright thing. Okay, I'm just gonna have a quick look through this manual. Pretty sure there's like a reference in here to this fuel system that we need to sort out. So we've got confirmation code lasagna. Snowy napkin fences lasagna. What do we got here? We got anything that refers to lasagna? Ah, I see. I see what it is. I'm remembering now what we've got to do. So confirmation code lasagna. I'm pretty sure you've got to use the the shorthand for the elements that fit into the word. So is there one for LA? There is one for LA. Lantharium? Is that in there? It is. Lanthanum. That is. So then SA would be CSA. Where is it? Unless it's just S. Alpha? Must be just S. Cool. And then we've got AG's, is that gold? Copper. I can't remember. One of those, I think. AG. Too many things on here. AG. Silver. Oh, okay. Neither of those. Silver in there. Yep. And NE, I think it's just neon. Yeah, neon. Okay, cool.
You summon the...
I'm assuming that's correct. So we should be able to just power on then. Intermix confirmed. Standby for retinal scan. Uh-oh. Well, that's not going to work. We've got the incorrect eyeballs.
That wouldn't prove fulfilling.
Unauthorized personnel. Wait. That was intense. Initiating lunch. Shutdown. Launch shutdown. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to have to try and get past that retinal scan then, aren't we? Yeah, they do. They got like a full-on periodic table. It's a little bit daunting, but that one's kind of like hard to figure out actually. Like if you didn't have any kind of clue to it.
The shuttle...
Like I don't know how you'd figure out lasagna was like the combined shorthand for them. We're gonna have to go and figure out someone who can lend us an eyeball, I think, and I think I know just the guy. Roger's not authorized to fly a shuttle. How strange. Yeah. I mean, technically, Space Quest 5, he was a captain for a little while. Captain of a garbage ship, but a captain nonetheless. That didn't last very long, though. Doesn't have very good luck, old Roger. Okay, where are we going to go? We need to go to the 8 rear again. Yeah, it pretty much does, really. It's like 5, like, all the things that happen in 5 are just, like, dismissed at the start, basically. Which is a shame. It's a good game.
Sydney, I kind of need another favor. I need one of your eyes.
Pardon me, Roger. For a second, I thought you said you also wanted one of my eyes. I must have my auditory circuits diagnosed.
Well, actually, Sydney, I could use one of your eyes.
Please, Sydney.
Are you certain, Roger?
An emergency.
Well, I guess if you really need it.
Oh, I do. I really do, Sydney. You're a mechanized lifesaver.
You will return them soon, right, Roger?
Oh, of course, Sydney. Real soon. Listen, I've got a couple of things I've got to attend to. I'll see you soon. Thanks, Sydney.
As long as you say it will be soon, Roger.
Oh, yeah. See you soon, Sydney.
It'll be real soon, Sydney. Don't worry. I'll get it back to you. Don't you worry. Alright. Back to the shuttle bay. Do we actually need his arm anymore? Could we have, like, given him back his arm? Or do we still need that for the door? I think he's probably learned his lesson after this. Gonna be armless and eyeless. Oops. A little bit slow there. It was nice of him to leave it in a pointing motion for us, though. Alright, back to our shuttle. Not technically our shuttle, but I guess it kind of is now. Alright, so let's try this again. Grab our Sydney eyeball here.
This is Sydney's left eye. It's the right arm circuit Sydney was so kind to loan you.
Good old Sydney. Right.
Let's see if this sucker works.
Hey! Here's your fish!